But and the meeting is being recorded. And I wanted to thank you so much for being here. Would you mind introducing yourself? Tell us who you are, Rohan.
All right, my name is Rohan. I am the brand manager at the Rec, and I've been working with all the different student teams for their design requirements and such.
Sounds great. Sounds great. And so Rohan works with us at the Rec Innovation Lab. And again, thank you all for being here at our, I swear today has been just crazy, but at our live JOLT event. And the JOLT stands for just one little topic. And the little topic that we're covering today is what it's like in an incubator, particularly for somebody who's working in a business incubator that doesn't necessarily isn't the one who's launching the company, who's providing the support services and who's doing some of the other things that get done in a business incubator. And there's a lot of mystery around these types of things, and people always are asking me, what it's like, what do you do, what do businesses do in these tech incubators. So Rohan is a graphic designer. And why don't you tell us a little bit about that? Tell us about the graphic design at that incubator.
All right, so first of all, thank you for having me, Professor. It's great to be with you. So at the Rec, I work as the brand manager, as the designer and branding specialist, and I help all the student teams to help advance their branding identity as their startups. And this includes understanding their mission, their products, their services, and how they want to communicate with their customers. And a part of that is graphic design and the kind of logo they want for their businesses to represent as brand image for marketing.
And I think a lot of people can wrap their minds around that. Businesses need logos, and in order to, we use them for a lot of different things. What goes into something like that? So if a business wants to design or comes to you and says, "Hey, we don't have a logo yet. We don't have anything to represent our company." What goes into that process?
Right. So I believe with branding and graphic design, it's very crucial for startups because they're starting out and it's their initial stage of their business. And I think it's very important for them to not ignore the process of brand identity, because it could lead to a lot of loss in the early stage. So the process for logo design and graphics, as I work with the startups, it includes evaluating the brand, doing research about the industry, to know what the customers expect from those kind of businesses.
That's what you mean by brand identity I think, well, keep going. But what you're talking about when you're talking about brand identity, you're talking about the identity that the company
has. Logo
has.
Is a part, right. So logo is a part of the brand image, and then brand image is a part of the branding identity, which helps communicating with the customer so that the customers know what this company is and what to expect from this company. And a part of that is brand image, so that customers have that visual and understanding of what it looks like and what it is. So with all of these teams, it includes knowing the industry and doing research, which is very back end. And
Right.
And when doing the logos too, it includes a variety of sketches to see what founders find valuable, and then ultimately doing a digital draft to for feedback and refinement.
So a lot goes into it. It's not like people think just to draw something up pretty and there you go. There's a lot that goes behind. Right?
It is a very time-consuming process.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of misunderstanding surrounding something as simple as designing a logo and everything that goes behind it. And not to complicate the issue, but there's a lot of thought that goes behind it. Now, if an entrepreneur is not in an incubator and he or she is thinking, Okay, so I know that I need a logo. And what are the kind of things I hate to, I know there's so many other things that you do, and I don't mean to just hone in on this one little bit, but since in the interest of time, since we don't have a lot together, so what kind of things do people use logos for? Where do they go? Like, why is it so important then to have that?
So where do they go for logos?
No, I'm saying
Mhm.
what are logos used for? And then maybe
Mhm.
we can talk about where they would go
Well,
to get.
the logos are used for representing their business first and foremost, so that customers can have a visual thing to look at and
Right, right.
relate that to the
But what
company
kind of,
and its products.
but what I'm asking more is so I think most of us can realize, okay, so it's going to go on the website, right? It's going to
It's
go
going
on
to go on the website. It's going to go on business cards and letterheads and boxes and posters eventually when they are in marketing events and things as such.
right.
So it is using a lot of places. And look around you, the products that you own and the services that you use. The logos are used for a lot of things.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. So
Mhm.
then somebody's not in an incubator, but they know that they need a logo. They recognize that they're going to have to, that it's going to be everywhere. So what would you recommend that they do if they can't hire an expensive graphic designer?
Right.
Are there free options? Is there a cheap?
Free options, cheap
You know
options.
what I mean? Like, what do they do? What do they do? Do they draw one
Right.
up
So
themselves on the back of the napkin?
so it's like I said before, it's a very crucial stage for businesses as they're starting out. And I think for entrepreneurs who want professional graphics and they're not in an incubator, they
Mm,
might want to look into professional experienced designers and design agencies to get the results that they want because they get what they pay for. And for good and professional work, there is no easy or cheap way out, as hard as it is, I believe. And because for professionals, it takes months to understand the software. It takes years to develop the skills, and it's a very time consuming process too, because
So
there's so much behind the scene work
oh, I get it.
of
I get
of
it. I know,
research.
but I know for me, so I know at the rec we provide these kind of services to the entrepreneurs for free. But I know as an entrepreneur myself, you're always strapped for cash. I mean, you're always like trying anything you can do to put some money together to make things happen. Is there could you would you recommend I, yes, I agree that you need a professional, you need somebody who knows what they're doing, but there has to be some cheaper options out there. What about going to design schools or talking to people at university or gig work? Maybe somebody
Mhm,
Fiverr. What
mhm.
do you think? Things like this. Yeah.
If they want to do it themselves, a design school is one option, like you just mentioned. But also, they can also look for designers on social media, and they can connect with them on social media itself
Mhm.
and see if that's something they want to work with,
Yeah.
given their portfolio and how and their experience. Um, but at the
Yeah.
end of the day, professional work demands
Right.
professional
I,
designers
I
and design
suppose
agencies.
I suppose, but yeah, I know as an entrepreneur myself, like going to a design agency, you're going to spend, $5,000-$10,000 just for something simple. But I like the idea that you said, go on social media and reach out to people and just ask, hey, could you do something for me? Personally, I do trust people who are in school learning, learning
And
the
there's a lot of room for negotiation too on social media, because if you have friends and friends of friends, because so much of it is word of mouth. And
network.
as I was starting out, a word of mouth really helped me too,
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So
I agree. Okay. Well, thank you, Rohan. It was very enlightening. I'm so glad that we got a chance to chat today. And thank you all for being here with us on our JOLT series. And we will see everyone again next Monday for the next little topic. Have a good one. And
thank
I
you.
can't wait to see more of your design. Tell people where they can go to see some of your design.
Some of my portfolio work, they can go to lucidstarfield.com, and they can also talk to other student teams at the Rec Innovation Lab to see what I've done for them.
And
So
it's lucidstarfield.com, and I'll put that in the chat. All right, there's our time. Bye, everyone.
thank you.
Thanks
All
for being
right,
with
bye.
us.
Thanks.
Bye. Take care.